Hello everyone, this is LJ again. I wanted to get going with the next part of the video series, getting started with your own business. We have covered up so far up to steps 1 through 3. We said that the tips to getting started with your own business are the following. 1, pray for direction. 2, figure out what your passion is and see how you might be able to get that into the hands of others. 3, figure out what it is specifically that people will be willing to pay you for. You can't do everything, so you want to just make sure you narrow it down, especially in the very beginning, and try to have a distinct focus that you can make sure that you develop into a marketable product. So number 4, the fourth thing you want to do is you want to be able to do some research in your market. Find out, if there's actually a need or a desire for whatever it is that you've decided on. Now, how do you do this? Well, you could ask your friends, you could ask family, you could ask your kids' friends, their families, ask your church members, your neighbors. Use social media. That's another way to get it done. If you get positive feedback from your idea, then hey, it might be good to go for it. If not, then you need to go back to step 3 and reassess what it is that you're able to offer that people want. Okay, so that's step number 4. Do some market research. Now, you can do this in a couple of different ways. You can do surveys. There's lots of internet tools that allow you to create these little surveys now that you could actually send to people or have them fill out for you. You could actually just stand on the corner and with a little 2 or 3 question survey and actually get some feedback from folks, as they're going about their day. Be careful with that one, but that is certainly a technique that I've used in the past to figure out whether or not what I had to offer was something that people might want to pay for. So there's a lot of different ways that you could go about doing that market research. Okay, so critical. Make sure you do that. That's step number 4. And then step number 5. This is one of the most critical steps of all. Because what happens is we get our research done, we see that people want what we have, and then we think we're ready to run. You're not. Step number 5, sit down. Step number 5, sit down. Don't get too excited and just decide to jump out there, because now's not the time for raw emotion. And a lot of times when we get an impression that, hey, I've got something people want, people just want to jump out there and start offering it without thinking it through. So just take a seat, relax. Now it's time for the critical work to begin. Okay? So you don't want to just jump out there. Now is the time to create a plan. Step number 6, pick up a pen and start writing. Guys, you got to have a plan. You got to be able to outline things about your business concept. For instance, when you first get started, the first thing that you want to do is figure out how your income can come in from what you have. So in other words, what do you have to offer? What would you charge for it? And then what would it take for you to be successful? Now, success for you might not be the same as success for me. Success in one person's eyes is always something different. It depends on what you want to achieve. If you just want part-time stuff, then fine. You're going to do it to a part-time level. But if you want to walk off your job, or you want to be able to do something full-time, or you want to be completely engaged in something, then that's going to require a substantial amount more out of your business. So you want to sit down and make a plan and make sure it's realistic. Make sure it's a realistic plan, and try to start figuring out which way to go. Step number 7, I'm sure some of you can feel it coming on. Pray for direction. Yeah, as you're developing this plan, it's going to be critical for you to make sure that you're clear about your business idea. So as you are writing, ask God for some direction so that you can get what you need. It comes out in writing. You develop your thoughts and your ideas. And listen, we're not talking about write a business plan. We're talking about write a plan. You know, a business plan certainly comes later, and we'll talk about that. But the first thing you want to do is make sure you jot some things down and have a plan. All right, guys, that's it for today. Steps number 8, 9, and 10 coming up. God bless.